guitar. I'm Jesse Scottsfield. And that's Grant Darby tearing down the drums over there.
Grant Darby, how did it work?
Well, me and Jesse grew up together. North Judson.
Okay.
Played in a band together when we were like teenagers. We kind of did it in stages because I had played guitar in a certain kind of band, and then I trained him to play the guitar to take my place, and it kind of worked out for him. So I played in this certain band, oldies band, while I was in high school, and then he got to play in the same oldies band while he was in high school, because we're like 4 years apart. And we made more money than all the kids with part-time jobs, so...
Nice. This is high school?
We had a lot of time to spend away through high school.
Nice. So how did Junior start?
Well, Jesse was my hero. When I was like in junior high. Still? No. Well,
no.
Yeah.
Not so much.
He graduated with my sister. He's 3 years older than I am. And then, so he was a cool cat, had long hair, and playing the rock and roll music. And we started running around together. He started giving me guitar lessons. And then we just became like best buds and ran together non-stop. Taught me a ton about guitar, about music, and we had then like I said, we played in that band together when we were teenagers for like about 6 months or so. Then he went on to college and I took over playing guitar for him. And then after that, roomed together. Well, I was a carpenter at the time or something. Just living together and hanging out, writing songs, and we were both into blues. Brian wanted to put a blues band together, and I was all about it. And at the time, I mean, we both played guitar, and he was putting together a show for the Mint Festival in North Judson. A one-time show. One-time show. That's all he was going to do. He was going to get his name out. And he comes knocking on my door. I'm like playing in like 5 other bands at the time or whatever, and he's like, I really need you for this show. And I was like, okay. And we did a lot. Did the one show, got a gig out of the show. It was just, it was 15 years later, you know. Very natural. We're like just coming up, you know, just knowing, working our craft.
Was there a breaking point then between then and now, or has it just grown more?
It's grown.
Okay.
I mean, we were a 5-piece with just playing guitar and shrunk. You know, we had a tenor sax player for a while. We did a bunch of jump blues and swing and things like that, and then swing got popular, and we kind of like tapered off from doing it because nobody wants to be like disco when disco's dead. I think we were at the end of like the great Chicago movement, because it's like all the great 50s blues guys like Dave Myers, who played with Little Walter. You know, we were lucky to play with him. Eddie Clearwater, Eddie the Chief Clearwater, who's still playing. We got to play with him. Otis Rush. All these guys who were able to get around a lot better than they do now, we were lucky enough to play with them back then.
Yeah.
And nowadays, it's, you know, we do different type of music, like rockabilly and surf and roots music, basically, and just now we do what we love. But back then, we were strictly blues and strictly blues.
And that's as Junior, right?
Yeah. Junior.
Okay. Now, original. Everyone's original.
Yeah. Pretty much, because this band is like really, because the band is like. This is the second coming of it, even though it's been in the works for 15 years.
What's your philosophy or your motto that keeps you going and saying what you're true to?
I don't think I have one. I think it's just, I don't know what else I would do. I still enjoy it. It's one of those things where you go out, you get to do what God gave you a gift to do.
Yeah.
We're blessed. We're able to entertain and do our calling, basically.
Sure.
We're also lucky enough that we're in a small enough, maybe we're low enough on the totem pole. We do songs by guys that are pretty much just like us, but they're on like this national circuit. I'm inspired by good music in general, you know, and more genres than individual players.
So this is not a job for you. This is a passion and a hobby, correct?
No, it's my job.
Okay.
I mean, it's a cool job.
Yeah.
Cool job. You get to go out, meet people, and you got to set up. The work part of it is loading in and loading out and setting up and tearing down.
In the long drives home.
In the long drive home.
Yeah.
You play for free. The work part of it is all, you know,
you get paid
up.
The grunt work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the part that stinks, but it's part of the show.
Exactly.
You gotta do it.
Yeah.
The show's gotta go on. Because, I mean, as far as sacrifice, like, when you start playing music, you miss out on a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I don't care when you're kids, you miss out on fun, you miss out on dances, you miss out on dates. I mean, it becomes
birthdays.
Really what you want to do. I mean, you don't really miss out because you really want to play music. But with a band, you schedule so far in advance that you actually, things pop up short notice that you go, I'd like to do it, but
yeah. Yeah, exactly.
But I don't feel bad about it. It's just what we do. You don't feel bad when something comes up and during work hours, you go to work.
Yeah.
We're lucky enough to do this.
Yeah.
So you don't look back on it and go, we had to do this thing, we had to do that thing. It's like we're lucky enough to do what we do. So
yeah, that's a great way to put it.
We got it. So
yeah.
We didn't have to do it. We got it.
Well, on that note, what would you say to someone who is wanting to explore this as their art? What's an advice that you could give a novice, musician coming up?
Learn all that you can and don't undercut another band.
Yeah.
Okay.
Support all the other, because
support your other bands and know what you need to charge. I don't say that as a.
Well, I mean, as far as like somebody coming up, it's like you want to. I think supporting other music, because if there's live music going on, everybody's got a job.
Yeah.
I don't care what style it is. Just do what you want to do, but you go to shows and you'll see the guys who play in a band sitting in front row.
Yeah.
Like this.
You're right.
You know what part? Hey, we're playing. We're just we're lucky enough to get to do it all the time.
Yeah.
I mean,
great.
it's hard to say. You can say, hey, stay in school, stay up front, blah blah blah. Just whatever. Just be passionate about it and enjoy it. Have fun with it.
Yeah.
If it's fun, don't do it.
Yeah. Do you have from here a goal, something you just want to keep playing?
I just want to keep entertaining.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
great.
That's the goal. I mean, it's like if you're, and as long as you're having fun, keep doing it. If you're having fun, don't do it, because then it really becomes bitter or resentful or whatever. I didn't get as much as he did. I don't have this, right? It's just supposed to be fun.
Yeah.
It's music. It's art. It's hard to live off it, but we're lucky enough to enjoy ourselves.
Good.
I feel lucky every show that I do. Every show that I do during the week, every show that I do during the weekend. I was telling him, because I'm lucky enough to do many different shows, and I go from the rock and roll, and then I come in here and I do this certain kind of show. I'm truly blessed. I'm truly the one that's blessed, and I'm lucky.
Yeah.
There's a lot of bands that aren't working.
Yeah, exactly.
And I don't know what it is. They're finally getting it. It took years to get to this point where people come out and they enjoy what we do. And then until that stops, I'm just keep on going.
I'm Jesse Scotchfield. I'd like to thank Tales from the Craft for having us, and Grant Darby, thank you.
And Junior Combs, thanks for having us.
Hand for the throttle, roll like a rocket down the road. Oh, we're going out.